Oh, I was 100% muted there, huh? I was 100% muted, huh? Huh. Maybe I'm just gonna shut off the stream and we'll just run this back tomorrow. I think that was rough, but it's best ball time in the city. Jeez, man, that was rough. But yeah, I was on mute. I have this little button on the audio interface I use, whatever. Sometimes I forget to click it. I haven't done that in a long time, but happens to the best of us. Now today we're going to hop on here. The Gauntlet is Underdog's really big tournament for playoff best ball. I want to grind out as much of these entries as I possibly can. So we're hopping on here. This thing's going to fill by like Saturday midday. Hopping on here, hang out with you guys, get some teams drafted with you guys, and I'm trying to just grind these out on Underdog. Now, if you don't know what Underdog is, it's the best ball platform. I'm telling you, I don't like to mention other sites, but best ball is amazing. And platforms like DraftKings, they get all their money from the sportsbook. They don't give a shit about the best ball interface. Their best ball draft is like 12 people, 20 rounds, which is insane. That's like 120 players drafted from 14 teams. It doesn't really even add up. Now on Underdog, everything's much better. You can even there's so many more features where you can look at your ownership percentages. You can type in like a team name and you can just see all of your Bengals, all that good stuff. They have a lot of really cool stuff. They have a really cool playoff challenge. We're going to be doing the Gauntlet today. So that's going to be a 6-team draft, 10 rounds. And I love these playoff best ball drafts because it's like kind of like fixing a puzzle on the fly where you have, if you want to draft the Packers, you believe the Packers are going to win the Super Bowl, you need to finish first out of 6 teams even advance to the next round. So if you have 4 Packers, you have 6 players compared to everybody else's 10. So that from there, you then have to maybe you go hard on the Steelers in that wild card round. You go Najee, Deontay Johnson. So you kind of just have to weigh the positives with the negatives, and you need to kind of create this story where you decide your Super Bowl team, you decide who's going to see them in the finals, and kind of from there build things out. Now, before we hop into this, I'm going to drop a link on... See, look at this. Look at this. I'm telling you guys, Underdog Best Ball is the best place to draft best ball. If you want to do, your sports bets, whatever, you can hop on DraftKings. But this is the guys in, Europe and England and all those countries, they wish they had Underdog. All of those guys are begging for Underdog to come to them. I'm telling you guys, this is the best ball platform. This guy, Tom Wilkes, I don't know why I said this guy. You've been on the channel before, but Tom Wilkes says us UK guys are down bad with DK only being the way for best ball. Hope Underdog allows Europeans and UK eventually. I think I don't know how soon we'll see that, but just saying, DraftKings, all those guys, they don't have best ball as on lock. Now, if you're new to Underdog, you see here, sign up with code Ron. Underdog will double your initial deposit. If I was in your shoes, I put $100 in. You get $100 back. That's 50% off all of your buy-ins, and you can get, from $200, you can get 8 Gauntlet entries. So you essentially get 4 for free. Go out there in their tournament, and there's like $1 million in prizes up top. So it's a really fun format. So we're going to hop in here in a second. First thing I need to do is put the link on Twitter, and then also put the link to the Underdog promo in the YouTube. Let me know if you guys are in here. What's up, fellas? I didn't get a proper introduction after my shit went on mute. How are we doing, fellas? How are we doing? How are we feeling? Everybody have a good day? All right, let me view the YouTube link, if you will. I'm gonna drop the link. Oh, geez. I have a link to my Underdog promo code that you can literally just hop into right away, so you don't have to do too much work. I think it'll bring you right to the website or even app on your phone, and it'll just have the promo code plugged in. So let's get that up here. All right, then I'll pin it, and then I'm just gonna throw something up on Twitter, and then we'll get into some of these drafts. Yo, PS, what's good, brother? Do players get double points or extra points in the Super Bowl? I know FFPC does that. I don't think they do. They do not, for sure. I was curious. DKB, how many entries do you have in the FFPC? I was thinking about sending off like maybe like 3 to like 10 of those entries because it's a fun concept where you pick like one player from each team and you can go 12 deep. I just don't have a ton of experience in it, and I do kind of just prefer the instant, I guess like dopamine of just drafting teams. Maybe I'm gonna tag Underdog and see if they boost me real quick. See if they give this a little retweet. Hopping in some gauntlet drafts on Underdog. Come chill. And then we'll put. All right. So now we are good to go. We'll hop into one of these things. I want to crank out like 4. I think would be good to do. Maybe more, maybe less. We'll see how it goes. Now I also wanted to show you guys. Boot saw this on Twitter. Who knows if Boots will hop in here and hang out. Let me hide this. Oh shit. So you guys can see, yeah, this is a really fun team I drafted in the first mitten. So this was a while ago before ADPs changed, right? So Mixon isn't pick 48 anymore. He's like 14. But this is a really, really clean team I drafted before, like, we had things in place. Look at this. We have Stafford, Fournette, Mixon, Sony Michel, Kupp, Mike Evans, Gronk, OBJ, Van Jefferson, Jamar Chase. Come on. Come on. DKB, tell me that's not a sick team. Great. How about you? I'm all right, EG3. I appreciate you checking in on me. You said, DKB, I have 0. I've just been watching Ship Chasing, and they're doing a bunch. But yeah, definitely prefer drafting. Yeah, exactly. I listened to the podcast version actually like earlier today when they were doing the Boomer Opto things. And it's interesting. The thing is, I'm not a DFS guy. And that's not even so much that I don't like DFS. It's that I'm 20 years old and I can't even go on DFS and do anything really. Or like none of the sites will have me on, So it's a little bit foreign to me in terms of like worrying about, projected ownership and all that. It's interesting. I might just fire off a team or two just for fun, but we'll see. All right, so we're going to hop into one of these things, see what's cracking. How are we doing, everybody? For any of you guys out there that are not on Underdog, I'm going to hop into a couple of these drafts. We're going to click on the gauntlet, right? And this is their playoff best ball tournament, where there's $200,000 to first, $100,000 to second, third $50,000. So we're talking, we're talking life-changing money. I would absolutely love to get one of these going. Then you have you have wild card divisional round. Okay. But yeah, if you guys were curious about the format, it's 1 quarterback, 1 running back, two wide receivers / tight ends, a flex, and then you have 5 bench spots. So we're looking nice. All right, so as of right now, I don't. How many do I have at this point? So we have 209. So we have 8 gauntlet entries, 69 mittens, 90 mitten 2s, 41 mitten 3s. Total, I think I have exactly on the dot 200 mittens, which is really cool. And then the goal is to get to 50 gauntlets. So 250 total entries, I think, is good for my price range. Which means I now need to crank out 42 drafts between now and by the time this thing closes / when the first playoff game starts. I think I'll be able to get there. We'll see. But all right. Again, if you're not an Underdog, use promo code RON when you sign up. You can deposit $10. They'll match you with $10. You can deposit $50. They'll give you $50 extra into your account. But here we go. We're going to hop into the gauntlet. I'm going to count down as always. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here we go, fellas. The goal for today is to get 4 done. Or the goal for this stream is to do 4. All right, there we are. It hasn't filled up yet, so you guys could probably get in pretty easily. But let me know, have you guys been cranking these out? How are y'all doing? How are we doing, fellas? Bomb Brewer. That team would probably have a decent record throughout this past regular season. I know. It's a crazy looking team that was only possible because I drafted early. Now I will say, Von Brewer, I know you're Vern Burn in the Discord. I tried to make you a mod, but it wouldn't let me for some reason. You were the only one I wasn't able to make a mod. So I'll definitely look into that for you. I forgot to let you know that. Use mom's info. Dude, I made a DraftKings account using her info, and then they eventually got to me. They eventually, put me behind bars. I got popped for using my mom's email for DraftKings, and then that was. I actually remember, dude. I remember vividly. It was maybe 2017. I was a senior in high school. I actually made pretty good money one weekend when I picked Bilal Powell, had a really good week. If you guys remember that Jets running back, Giovanni Bernard had a good week that week. At the 101, I'm going Kelsey. No, I'm not. Damn it. I don't know if I want to go Kelsey or if I want to go Rams. Let's go Cup. Let's not do anything too crazy out of the 101. I still don't love the idea of taking Cup 101. Or I guess it's not that I don't love it. It's just that Cup falls past 101 constantly. So I think Cup is my most owned player maybe, which isn't a bad thing. He could for sure just if the Rams make a run and Cup. The thing is that if the Rams make a run and they go deep, it'll be because of Cooper Kupp, because he's going off and going crazy. So 104 gauntlets so far. Jeez, man. I would love to max enter the gauntlet. I just don't got the guap like that. I don't got the cheddar for it. Hussimo, what's good, brother? Hussimo popping in the chat for all of you OGs that know him. Huss, I gotta make you a mod, dude. You gotta send me a link of your channel or whatever, dude. I stay getting blessed with the first overall. Also, again, this is something you can only do on Underdog, which is dope. This is what I always do. If I, let's say I just drafted Cooper Kupp, right? So now I'm going to star all of the Rams that I would consider drafting. So now I just kind of, have some kind of direction. Because you can't just draft best player available in these. You have to have some kind of direction. I was also looking at. I liked John Daigle's. John Daigle put out a set of playoff best ball rankings that were really good. Now, I always go off of ADP, but I do like to. It was interesting to look at just to get a different perspective because he was using projected how many games each player's projected. Kupp is only projected 1.7 games, so he actually has Kelsey as his number one because he's projected 3.1, which is an interesting dynamic there. I don't think a lot of these people on Underdog take into account how many games or whatever. Oh my, NBC Sports Edge is going to make me turn off my ad blocker. You're out of your mind if you think I'm doing that just to get onto your site, fellas. There's no way. Dude, I wanted Diggs to fall to us so bad. So we have Cup. We could do some Green Bay fun, but I'm not going to. Because we have Cup, that pretty much puts us at a spot where we can either go, Stafford and go with a Rams stack, or we can just have Cup and the Rams as one part of our NFC stack and go with an AFC team. So let's go Chase and let's go Mixon and see if we can kind of make, mold a little bit of a nice playoff stack. Don't I already have more than mod as an editor? I don't think so, man. There are two different spots in the YouTube studio. One of them is where you put editors and owners of the stuff, but in terms of Everything's chill. Everything's chill. But yeah, Huss. Like, I don't think, like, do you see in your chat, like, the little blue tool thing next to your name? I feel like probably not. Also, let me know if you guys want me to pull up, I can pull up, like, the playoff percentages, the championship percentages, all that good stuff on the side, just to give us a little more data. Or if you guys, I don't really, I've gotten mixed reviews on if people want me to do the, how do you say it, the split screen, I guess, or not the split screen, but where you just look at, like, the whole draft board. I would love to get Debo here. If we could go Burrow, Debo, that would be really, really fun. Please, 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 let me get Debo, Bravid. Let me get Debo. You don't want him that bad, bro. Zeke, wow. All right. So at first I was gonna be maybe a menace and go with Stafford and Burrow. I don't love two quarterback builds, but I think it makes sense sometimes. Like, the Bengals and the Rams are so deep with skill position players. You can go like 5 and 5 if you want to, and I think that makes you pretty unique. But I just can't pass on Debo here. And I also I wrote something on Twitter today. I wrote something on Twitter today of, like, kind of my goals for the gauntlet and what I want to do. I want more exposure to the Niners because I had a lot of exposure to the Cowboys, and I think a lot of the market and just kind of ADP thinks it's a foregone conclusion that they beat the 49ers, and that they, like, people even like the Cowboys make a Super Bowl run. And I'm one of those people for sure. But I think the 49ers are a nightmare matchup in the first round, and there's a very good chance that the Cowboys get bumped out in the first round, and that the 49ers can kind of, like, get hot here. You know, they've done it before, and they have insane skill position players. If you can get a team of, Elijah Mitchell, Kittle, Debo, Ayuk, and look really, really pretty. And then maybe you could even go with, like, the Chiefs on the other side, and you could get something that looks really, really nice. All right, so let's add 49ers to our queue. Also, what do we think about, like, Trey Lance? I guess Trey Lance isn't going to be, like, it sucked because Jimmy got hurt. We were all thinking, all right, it's time for Trey Lance. And now I have Trey Lance teams, and this guy's for sure not going to be playing. So OBJ, we have Mixon, which Mixon puts us in a spot where I'm really not too worried about running back at this point. Rams, 49ers are interesting. We don't need Dak. So I'm definitely looking at OBJ. I hope none of you guys are in here sniping me. Okay, so OBJ goes. Never mind. So now we need to look to completely pivot here. And we have no Chiefs to go to. We can pivot to... We can go to Dallas and do, like, Schultz, Tony Pollard. Man, I mean, Van Jefferson... I really don't think there's a ton of... I don't think there's a ton of want for Van Jefferson. I also, man, I'd love to know what's going on with James Conner's injury. Could we go James Conner? Huh. Let's go James Conner. We'll do a 4-2-2 type setup here. And after that, we'll go Kirk. So we're going to go with something that looks like we're going to go with 4 Bengals. So we'll go Burrow, Mixon, Chase, and then we'll try and get, like, Boyd or something. Has Boyd already gone? Yeah, that is what sucks. Did Debo take Boyd? I know he did. For what reason, Debo? Okay, you have Higgins. Fine. So now we have 2 Cardinals. We have 3 Bengals. All right, so now we need another Ram. We need another 49er, which is kind of tough that we don't have Elijah Mitchell, but I am actually down to do something a little bit weirder with San Francisco, where we could go something like Ayuk or even as deep as, like a Jawan Jennings to get a little weird. We have our Cardinals. And then our second Ram, I'd be down for Akers too. I think Akers would be fun. But I think that we could even cut it off at Connor and mix it and go from there. Damn, we got 20 people in here. What's up, fellas? The chat isn't exactly bumping right now. Where's everybody at? How are we doing? How are we feeling about the playoffs? Who do you guys think are going to make it to the top? I'm somebody that doesn't have a ton of opinions on real life football. I will say though, I'm very interested in whatever the AFC team is that can get the Titans in the second round. So that's why I really like the Bengals, because I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe if the Bengals make it through, that they'll play the Titans as long as the Bills win. I could be wrong, but I believe that's the case. Because I think the Chiefs will play the second lowest seed. Yeah. Same thing with the Patriots. That's what makes the Patriots interesting, is the Patriots will play the Titans, and I think both the Bengals and the Patriots could both beat the Titans. I don't know. Maybe I should have more faith in the Titans, but I just don't. All right, so we have our running backs again. I just need to kind of think here. I'm trying to think. I got so I needed one more Ram, one more Bengal, and one more Niner. All right. You said you got Packers winning it, Vakita to plug. I think they're the favorites right now, right? NFL 538. I mean, well, obviously they're the favorite. The best team that has first round bye. 27% to win the Super Bowl. Chiefs only are at 21%, which is really nice. I actually didn't realize how high the Bucks got on that. So let's go. Let's do this. Let's get Van. So that's our second Ram. We have 2 Cardinals. We need another Niner. We'll get an Akers share just for Boots. You said you got 2 live drafts and an auction starting in a few minutes. Chat when I can. Derek, what kind of league is the auction drafts? Like, is that on like FFPC, NFFC, or are you just like, is this just something with your homies? But you said based on my ownership percentage numbers right now, I'd really love Cincinnati, Buffalo versus Rams, Dallas. I think I'm in a similar boat, man. I think I'm pretty much in the similar boat. I'm overexposed to both of those teams. Because of that, I'm trying to make a conscious effort to be a little bit more, especially in the gauntlet where only 1 out of 6 advances, be more bullish on. I think I put out a tweet earlier. You probably even liked it, but it was something about Eagles, Steelers, Raiders. I also think the Patriots are really interesting. And I think that the Cardinals are being slept on. But that's really, it's tough. But I'm with you on that. Is it maybe RT Sports? Wait, do you think the Pats are winning over the Bills? My guess is not that the Pats are winning over the Bills. It's simply that it could happen. And if it does happen, it wouldn't be super hard for the Patriots to make it to the conference championship. And it wouldn't shock me at all if Bill Belichick like finessed his way into the conference championship, It wouldn't shock me at all. It's just something that I think it's just a little bit of a blind spot right now. People with the Patriots. All right, now what was the other player I wanted to go with? Damn, I don't think that was supposed to be Rams. That was not supposed to be Rams. That was not supposed to be Akers. But it's kind of fine. As long as I can get CJ Uzomah. So we're gonna go CJ Uzomah. That sucked. That wasn't what I wanted to do, actually. I actually wanted to go Ayuk there to get my second Niner, but it's fine. Not a huge deal. All right, we're gonna hop into another one of these here, fellas. Everybody get ready. I'm going to click on the gauntlet. I'm going to click enter. And then when I press yes, it'll be in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clicking yes. All right, what else we got here? Hoping for a Packers versus Chiefs matchup. So pretty much chalk. If chalk happens, I really don't know what will happen. Acre shares, love to see it. Yep. Agreed. I feel similar with the Pats. Stevenson, Harris could be nice. Yeah, I have a lot of teams where I actually just go Harrison and Stevenson together. I think that's a really fun way to incorporate Patriots into your ownership. Your most owned players: A.J. Brown, Sony Michel, Lenny, TB12, Christian Kirk. Wow, Christian Kirk? Okay. No, I was going to actually tweet something out today. I don't think it'll get any engagement, because I was going to tweet something out. I 100% think whatever team cashes in the FFPC, the Gauntlet, one of these really big contests, I think Damian Harris will be on one of those teams. I really do. Because there's a really simple path for the Patriots to make it to the conference championship, play minimum two games, and it would be on the back of Damian Harris and like 100-yard, 2-touchdown games in all of them. And you can get him really cheap. Damian Harris's ADP, it says, I know it says, right? What does it say? I know it says 37.5, but I've seen him fall to like the 9th, 10th round before. Damn, who's out here got basement fantasy? Okay. Okay. So Cubb, Adams, Tyreek Hill. Dude, NBC Sports Edge is so insane if they think I'm going to disable my ad blocker for them. It's insanity. All right, so we're on the clock. Kelsey is gone. Kupp has gone. Devontae Adams is gone. I actually want to do something a little bit fun here. Let's go. Let's go Evans. Let's go with Evans. I actually probably should have gone Brady there, but it's not a big deal. We're gonna go Evans. I don't mind him at all. I think Fournette's ADP is broken. I think Fournette's ADP should be like, after these three, I think that you could pretty much make the case for Fournette right here. And I was actually going to take Fournette, but my hope is that I can get Fournette right here. Jones, Vaughn. I'm down to go all the way down to Giovanni Bernard on the Bucks, man. Mahomes goes, Diggs goes. Damn it, man. Fournette goes. So I guess we'll just go Brady. I really wanted to. I might go Gronk and see if Brady will come back to us. That could be fun. That could be a fun little sweat there. I'm gonna do that. Because if I take Gronk, someone's way less likely. Like, why would you go with Brady without Gronk or Fournette? Let's see. Let's just do a little experiment here. Let's see what happens. You said Kirk goes so late and usually only need one game from him. Yeah, that's true. Kirk goes so late, dude, and it's really easy to stack those Cardinals. I actually really like Ertz. I really like... Do we have any kind of clarity on James Conner? That's a question I have for the general populace. What's everybody's opinion on the... Jeez. What's everybody's opinion on the James Conner injury? I think I want to get more Edmonds exposure for sure. I think that's the move. So you said if chalk happens, I imagine it's some weird early. Damn it! Someone took Brady. Damn. Please let me get Josh Allen. I beg you, let me get Josh Allen. This would actually be really fun if you let me get Josh Allen. Please, please, please. Let me get Josh Allen. This would actually be a really good team. All right, love it. Love it. I'm so with this. Josh Allen is one of those guys where even if I don't get Diggs, I'm comfortable grabbing him, because if my 4 ends up being Dawson Knox, Gabriel Davis, and Cole Beasley, along with Allen, I'm fine. If my 4 ends up being Josh Allen, Gabriel Davis, Cole Beasley, Zach Moss, I'm fine with that as well. I'm even down to working Isaiah McKenzie, Matt Breida. I do think that I'm definitely cutting myself off early, but I think that the Bills do have a lot of past upside from like their lower cost type guys. But you said if chalk happens, I imagine some weird early KC Green Bay draft, or maybe one of Kelsey/Tyreek fell to the second, to the Adams team, and they just drafted well from there. Yeah, that's probably it. Probably some variation of that. Especially if some sicko went like Adams, got like Adams, Aaron Jones, didn't go with the quarterback. So it's like something like Mahomes, like you could even get Darrell Williams late too. All right, so if we're assuming the Bills win it all, I'm down to go the San Fran route on the other side. We can go with San Fran and the Buccaneers. It'd actually be really, really fun. Damn, so Debo goes. So, I mean, they're going to force us into Dallas here, I guess, but... Let's actually go Aaron Jones. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun with Aaron Jones. So we're gonna have a lot of championship equity with this team. A lot of championship equity. So we got Jones, we got Buccaneers, we got the Bills. I think those are what, like 3 of the top in terms of odds of making the Super Bowl. 1, 2, so 3 of the top 5. We're missing the Chiefs and we're missing the Titans. But I think this kind of makes sense. And it makes sense because I don't have to have... Oh, so Dylan went too? I would have been down to double up Aaron Jones and Dylan. That would have been really fun. So here we'll go Knox if they let us. We could also incorporate another NFC team like Dallas. I wouldn't hate it. I mean, Alright, if you let me go Zeke, we'll go Zeke. I'm actually down for that. Let's go Zeke. So we'll have 3 NFC teams. So we'll go with the Cowboys as well. Schultz, Pollard, Cedric Wilson is as far as I'll go. He said, imagine the Raiders and Cardinals win a lot of best balls will be out the window. 100%, man. Raiders, yeah, 100%. Those are 2 teams that are gonna wreck things if they do win. Same with the Patriots, man. Patriots, Raiders, and Cardinals are the teams that everyone's just kind of counting out. A little bit the Niners, but Danny will tell you otherwise. Tone setter? We're always setting the tone, Danny. You know the vibes. So the good thing for Connor is the game is Monday, so he might get enough time. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm interested in getting some Edmonds exposure just in case. Edmonds will explode if there's no Connor. Rojo late. Yeah, the goal with this team, the goal is going to be. Actually, no, the goal. I don't even need another Buccaneers running back here. Now that I look at it, so we're gonna go Knox. Do we have everything? The goal here is to go 4-2-2, where we go 4 Bills, 2 Bucks, 2 Cowboys, 2 Packers. I believe that should get us to 8 to 10. Right? So the goal would be we're done with Bucks. We can actually just take Bucks out of here. Let's do that real quick. Oh. So we have our Bills. We need 2 more Bills. We need 1 more Green Bay and 1 more Dallas. Okay. That makes sense. I'm with it. Boots, you know all we do is mine championship equity. That's all we do. Oh, before the Aaron Jones pick, yeah. That's when I was planning on going heavy with the Bucks, maybe even going like 4 deep with them, but things kind of shook out this draft. I didn't need to. This is one of my more unique drafts that I've done, where a lot of championship equity, a lot of studs. So we'll go Gabe Davis. How are we feeling on MVS versus Allen Lazard as well? Allen Lazard has passed MVS in ADP, which is wild to me. I think Allen Lazard at pick 35 in the 6th round is a very tough pill to swallow for me. Now, I say that as someone that's praying for these 4 not to take MVS. But if they do, it's not the end of the world necessarily. Do we think Cobb is viable? Can Randall Cobb be viable? I feel like maybe Aaron Rodgers kind of, relies on him in the playoffs. They got the rapport. Those pass catchers get hurt all the time between MVS and Allen Lazard. It's interesting. It's interesting. Danny, you prefer Lazard by how much? You're going to take Marquez Valdes-Scantling? All right, so now it seems like, do I go Randall Cobb or do I just give up on the Green Bay stack entirely? Do I just run a naked Aaron Jones? Boots, what do we think about a naked Aaron Jones? It makes me a little bit queasy. Like, would I rather a naked Aaron Jones with, who's like a stud in round 1? Like, I mean, I guess I could pair him with like a Deontay Johnson. I could, like, I'm looking for a wide receiver at this point. I could go Deontay Johnson, Waller, Hunter Renfrow. Could even go Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert if I want to go NFC route. Or I can just put out Randall Cobb to get correlation with Aaron Jones. I really don't know what the right answer is there. I really don't. So we go Cedric Wilson. We get our second Dallas. We get our 2 Tampa Bays. We need one more to complete our 4 Bills. We could just go 5 deep with the Bills, but I don't know. That's a tough decision for me. Do we go Aaron Jones and then we add in, a stud pass catcher? Randall Cobb probably isn't worth it. So we'll probably, so Deontay Johnson just went. KC, Rams. So it seems like, our best, we can go with a, I'm thinking Ayuk. Devonta Smith. I think Ayuk, Devonta Smith, or Renfrow are all very interesting, man. Oh, do we go Ayuk? In this situation, we actually need Dallas to win, so let's not go Ayuk. Raiders doesn't really mess. I don't think the Raiders will play the Bills at all. I really don't know if this one-off wide receiver should come from AFC or NFC now that I kind of think things through. But let's go NFC, I guess, Renfrow could sneak in, or the Raiders could sneak in. And how do we feel about Renfrow versus Darren Waller in this format? You said never thought about Aaron Jones naked, to be honest, dude. Sometimes you gotta, to truly galaxy brain yourself into, winning $1 million in these contests, you need to start envisioning players naked to really, if you're not envisioning each player on the naked cover of, damn it, I should have just gone Emmanuel Sanders there. I think that would have, I think Emmanuel Sanders and Zach Moss would have been fun there. Damn it, you said NFC makes sense in your opinion? My only problem with that is, like, San Fran plays Dallas, which means, like, either Zeke or one to two of those 3 players wouldn't be advancing. And then you also have Eagles play Tampa Bay. I could have gone with a one-off Arizona pass catcher. I could have gone... Yeah, I don't know. All right, so this last one has to be Zach Moss. I have more Zach Moss than I would like to admit, fellas. I have more Zach Moss than I would like to admit. I'll say that much. I probably could have gone Emmanuel Sanders there and been fine. Damn it. Right? Is it viable to go with a solo Deke and is it viable to go with a solo Zeke in round 1 in this contest? I think so. The things I'm just trying to work out in my head. Should I have just gone with the solo Zeke and then gone like Emmanuel Sanders here? I don't know. Devin Singletary is getting so fucking expensive, man. All right, let's hop into another one. 5, 4. At this point, these are loading up so quickly, I doubt that any of you guys will be able to come through. But we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Let me get a sip of water. Another 101. I'm telling you, I stay getting 101s. I also want to draft more Kelsey at 101. So we're going to draft Kelsey here. I decided it just feels right. Just feels so right. I honestly think you can even make a case for Fournette at 101 if you wanted to. I think Fournette is maybe one of the more undervalued players in this contest. Because I think I hate how much Rojo I was drafting during the mitten when like Fournette was hurt and stuff, but Rojo didn't look great in his opportunities. All right, we're going to go Kelsey. You said, I think the Zeke Wilson is more viable than Aaron Jones Cobb. I guess my only thing is that wasn't exactly the 2 for 2, right? It's Zeke Wilson, Jones Cobb, and then it's Zeke Wilson, then it's Jones. And then you can go. What am I even talking about? From there, it's either Cobb or, you know. Wow, Wise Guy goes Fournette at 103. I think like that's not even that crazy to me. I think after Kelsey, Kupp, Devontae Adams, I think Fournette is probably the play there, if I'm being real. I also think, man, like, I've also just been drafting Tyreek Hill, just, okay, let's just draft him and have some fun. But his health problems and, like, getting cold down the stretch really, like, I think that's not baked into his ADP whatsoever. Like, he did not look good down the stretch this year. There's some kind of injury going on with him, I don't know. That's why I like Kelsey even more. Oh, okay. Okay. I see what you're saying. Damn, so Diggs goes. We have no KC. We have no Rodgers. Oh, man, that's ugly. So, could go with a nice little Cincy stack. God damn it. Here we go again. Another Dallas team. So let's actually have some fun real quick. Let's have some fun. We're going to try and still get the Dallas stack, but then let's also just do 3 super high-powered offenses and also go chase. Let's see if we can do this. The goal is going to be... actually, we have a lot of different ways we can go about this, but I think that this is a fun... I usually don't go like 3 different teams, my first 3 picks, but I think that there's enough flexibility here that we can kind of mold this little piece of Play-Doh into something. Bengals. So we can. I have trust that we can get to either Burrow or Dak. I see what you're saying. Naked Aaron Jones feels better than naked Zeke. Pause if needed. 100%. I agree. Like I'd rather instead of Zeke, Aaron Jones, and Cobb, I would rather have Aaron Jones, Zeke, and Wilson. 100%. Problem with Jones is he don't help you get through round 1. Yeah, 100%. But I guess some of the beauty is trying to sneak him into that second round. And yeah, I think I have a couple shares of Geo. I would like to have a few more because you can get weird and grab Geo. And he could have, I think I was talking about it on another live stream where I said, he could have that James White type, run in the playoffs. right, what do we got? All right, so both the quarterbacks are there. Do we get ballsy and see if we can get one to fall back to us? Because that could be fun, going Zeke and CEH and seeing if Burrow or Dak make it back to us. But let's actually go with Dak. Let's go Dak and Zeke. And we'll ride that out. And then we'll go Zeke. And boom, that's 3 Cowboys right there. All right, so Cowboys are still up on the queue. Cowboys, Chiefs, Bengals. All right, so we're good. I like what we're building here. I really like what we're building here. Got a nice little Cowboy stack for the boy Danny. Also, my bad, Broccoli. I know you just said, or Rockley said, Ron, after this, do you want to do a sophomore and juniors draft? I would. The problem is like, I'm down to do sophomore or juniors drafts, so there'll be a ton in the offseason to do or whatever. Problem is like, I'm kind of concentrating all my bankroll on the gauntlet right now. So I don't really have money to put on sophomores and juniors, but it is a really fun format that I have a couple entries in for sure. Oh, I'm thinking about it too, Boots. I'm thinking about it too. That's a really pretty team. I would like. I still got to go through more of my mitten teams. I was just kind of looking through my mitten team, just seeing like what was dead and what was like really great value. That one really stuck out. But Chase, Mixon, Rams, Bucks, like that team really came together the way I wanted it to with Fournette, Mixon, Sony Michel late as well. That's a really, really strong team. But we'll see. I gotta imagine there's some other sleeping giants out there. Broccoli, what's your user on Underdog? I always kind of look through, and see what's up. To see if I've seen names before. What's up, Jason? You said, what kind of dynasty content are you going to do during the offseason? Pretty much, I got to sit down, and I'm going to do some brainstorming on some, like, really cool video ideas, but pretty much the normal stuff we had last year. So, you know, we'll do single-player breakdowns. We'll do mock drafts. Maybe even some really, really deep dives on players. I don't know. I got to sit down and kind of do some creative brainstorming. I have a huge note spot in my phone of just a billion video ideas. All right, so here, let's go. So we don't have our 4 Dallas yet. So I'm actually down to go with like a disgusting amount of Dallas. So Boyd is gone, which sucks, man. Boyd is going earlier and earlier. So we'll go Schultz and we'll go Pringle. And I think we're going to probably end up having to do a 4-2-2, which I think will actually be really fun. Yeah, 100% Boots. Eagles was talking about that. I also feel weird calling him Eagles. Isn't his name? I think I saw that like his @ is like James something. But he was talking about it. The zero rake is really, really nice. But like you said, like if you lock in that part of your bankroll now, like you're not seeing it for a year. Like, that's a whole ass investment. That's a whole ass, put that down. You're not seeing it till Christmas of next year, which is fine. I got a couple entries in there, but I really can't justify a huge chunk. Send me the export of your teams. I will send you a breakdown of it. I might, Derek, but I feel bad if I don't pay you for that service. So we have 4 Cowboys. We have 2 Chiefs. We need 1 more Bengal, and here's the thing that is kind of weird to me. I think like we could, if we wanted to, we could go Pollard. I really do like the idea, though. What do we got at running back here? Can go with an AFC running back. Oh, this could be actually really fun. We need 2 running backs and a wide receiver. I'm very tempted to... So we need... Man, if Deontay Johnson didn't go, I was going to go Najee Deontay. So with Chase, I want to go P. Ryan. Pollard, P. Ryan. Is there a really fun... Let's go Harris. We could go Harris. Let's go Harris, and then we'll just go with a Patriots. You know, we can go with a Jacoby Myers. Or let's go Ramondre Stevenson. Let's go Ramondre Stevenson. And then I hate doing this with the Bengals, but sometimes it just has to happen. Where with the Bengals, we can just go like Uzoma. It doesn't feel fun at all, I know. But I think I'd rather go Uzoma than P. Ryan. Like I know our wide receivers are stacked, but I feel weird not having. Man, I don't love going 4 running backs. Just finessed Akers in the 103 for Kamara, Renfro, and a second. I'm imagining what that is. Akers, the 103 for Kamara. That's close. I would say Kamara and Akers about cancel out. So then you got the 103 for Renfro in a second. I would take that all day long, actually. 201. I'm having a great night. Appreciate. Oh, and the 201 is what you meant. That's still so Renfro in the 201 to move up to the 103. I think makes sense. Said also looking forward to it. I'm hoping to take advantage of some sleepers rebuilding mode 100%. We're gonna do some more. If you've seen the home video on my channel, one of my favorite series is the Crazy Ambassador series, where I went undercover in a dynasty league and I'm trying to win it from the inside before they figure out it's me. You said it takes 2 minutes, Derek. Okay, I'll send it over. We'll see what's popping. All right, so let's go Uzoma. Isn't my favorite team. That one wasn't my favorite team, but it wasn't bad. I think we got time for one more. We'll go one more before I sign off here. How are we feeling about that? All right, well, I'm gonna hop into this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Wow, a lot of spots available. Also, we got 19 people in here. If you're in here, leave a like. Helps the boy out a ton. Like a post NFL draft sleeper pick video would be awesome. Yeah, I actually had one of those last year. Let me actually see that real quick. Let me look that up. I believe Elijah Moore was in there. I believe. Ron Stewart. Damn it, I don't even remember what the video name was called. But trust me, I'm going to sit down and have like a brainstorming session soon where I kind of think about like really, like I want to get creative in the offseason. I've kind of just been taking a couple weeks here to just kind of recharge, kind of get those creative juices back, if you will. Because in the summer, we were doing a lot of creative stuff, like my zero RB strategy videos, just strategy videos in general. The draft party video was really fun. I have a lot of stuff I want to get back to for sure. Another 101. I'm telling you, I get all the 101s. I'm trying to find where... What video did I make? Oh, the most undervalued rookies in 2021 Dynasty Fantasy Football. That was a fun video I made. It was Elijah Moore, was Elijah Moore, Nico Collins, so not great. Who was the third player in that? Oh, maybe it was Cade Johnson. Damn it. Yeah, it was Cade Johnson. I loved Cade Johnson coming out, man. Cade Johnson was dope. Do we go Kelsey again? Let's go Kelsey again and try and do what Danny said, where we try and get Aaron Jones on the way back. You said, what is your ideal draft position? I think in these contests, it's such an advantage to be at the wraparound. So I either want to be at the 101 or the 102, or I want to be at the 105 or the 106. I want no more than 2 picks in between my next pick, because it's a lot easier to string together stacks that way, in my opinion. I think a lot of my best teams are from the turn, if that makes sense. Top of the night, Ron. How's the team looking? Just got into this draft. Took Kelsey 101. Top of the night to you as well, Lewis. I love when you come in here and say top of the night or top of the morning. Oh, I want more Kyler Murray teams. I just never find myself getting into I want more like Kyler Murray, Chase Edmonds, Kirk, and like Ertz. I want more teams that look like that. The only problem is it's so hard for me to do that. You have to fall into that. Like, rarely am I waiting that long on quarterback. Because the other problem is too is that there's not a ton of offenses in the AFC where I want to build a team like that. It's just hard. I mean, like, we'll see how this one goes with Kelsey. I'd love to try and get into that though. Nick, you said you want some MUT streams in the offseason. Yeah, I was thinking about doing, like, I've teased Madden content a ton of times. I was thinking about getting into Madden content. We'll kind of see how that goes. It is kind of a hassle to, like, edit and make those videos. Wow, so we got into Aaron Rodgers, which is really fun. Or is it? Or did I... Actually, we're going to go... Let's go Fournette and Gronk. I don't know what we're going to do with this team, how this is going to really shape up here, but if you give me the opportunity to do that, we're doing that all day. This might be the team where I try and fall into a Cardinal stack. This could be really fun and unique. So let's highlight all the bucks, though. I think that we'll probably just stop it at $2. I'm really not interested in going past, unless if I have Brady, I'm not interested in going past Gronk, really. But I do think that would have been fun to go like Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones there. And then, you know. So they've got to be at least a little worried about overlay on the big mitten at this point. What do you mean overlay? You don't think it's going to fill? Dude, I think the gauntlet might literally... I don't know. Maybe I'm talking about my ass. I do think that the gauntlet might fill... I think the gauntlet has the potential to fill tomorrow night. You said the Cardinals is fun, just risky. Hopkins is so late too, and he could be a winner if Cardinals get to the championship round and he's back. My only problem is I don't think Hopkins gets healthy. I don't think he's going to be healthy ever for the playoffs. It seems to me like he's not playing. So we have Fournette, Kelsey, Gronk. Of course, Darrell Williams goes. We have space for one more stack, preferably on the AFC side. Because I would really like to get that Cardinal stack in here just for funsies to see if we can do it. So if we go Clyde, we still need another. We still need 2 more from the AFC side. I don't know what team I would stack though from AFC side. I guess. We actually have the option to pivot to the Rams, if we want to pivot to Dak, can do that. I think the choice has to be Clyde. After Clyde, though, man, I think we're gonna get forced into an NFC stack here, where we could go Debo. I don't really want to go the Jimmy Garoppolo route though. That's gonna be rough. So now we have those locked in. Can we take on the bye weeks of Henry and AJ Brown? Man, oh man. Let's go Debo. I will be honest, I have no idea what the direction of this team is right now. I have no clue. Damn it, I wish I went Henry. Huh. So this team is now kind of screwed. Like, how not viable is Jimmy Garoppolo becomes the question you have to ask yourself. We could do this could be like a 49ers team of destiny kind of thing that we try and get rolling here. But we still need to get something from the AFC side. Could do, okay. I'm kind of cooking up in my head now. We can go from the opposite side and go with like Carr. Can go with like Carr and like Renfro or Waller. We could go with like Jimmy, Derek Carr, Fournette, Clyde, maybe even Jacobs. All right, so now we have some ideas. I think we can lock in. We only need so we can lock in our Tampa and KC are done. We no longer really need any of those, but we want to get into San Francisco, and I'm very interested in getting into either the Steelers or the Raiders. Yeah, that's true. You said one-off QB with no rushing upside, no thanks. Yeah, I wish it could be Trey Lance. And if I was a madman, I would just pick Trey Lance. But I doubt that he gets that playing time. All right, so we'll go Kittle. We'll maybe go, if we can go Kittle, Elijah Mitchell, that would be really, really fun. So we can get Jimmy with like our last, so, okay. I got ideas here. We need, our goal here is Jimmy, Derek Carr. We need 5 more players. So Jimmy and Derek Carr are locked in, and then our other 3 are some combination of Elijah Mitchell, Ayuk, Kittle, Josh Jacobs, Hunter Renfro, Darren Waller. Okay, I got this kind of locked in here. This could be a fun team if I pull this off correctly. Lemmings, please do not touch a 49er here. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Love it. Love it. This is actually really fun now. So we'll do this, and we'll get Mitchell. So now we have 3 Niners. We'll top that off with Jimmy here. We'll go Jimmy Garoppolo, and then we'll go Jimmy Garoppolo, Derek Carr, and like Hunter Renfro or something. I think that could be fun. But what'd you say, Danny? You said peep your DM? Damn, boy. You did a lessons learned video today? How's that one doing in the algo? Okay, okay. Dude, my thing is I feel like nothing that you put effort into right now is getting any traction. I mean, I guess that's just kind of what it is and kind of how it's going to be for a little bit. But yeah, I'll read up on that thread, but I think this is 2021. Sheesh. Not the reflection on Dak. All right, so we need Jimmy and Derek Carr. I don't think we only need to really pick one here. So we will go Jimmy. And we'll go Renfro. Let's do it. And then we'll just pray we get Derek Carr here at the end. Yeah, it just gives me no motive. I know that that's not a good thing for me. I shouldn't care about the views too much. But yeah, I probably should have tried to figure out a way to get Dak there. Problem is, I didn't really want to go with a naked Dak. Maybe I should have though. Now you got me in my bag. A naked Dak could have made sense there. Actually, I don't think so. A naked Dak can't make sense with San Francisco. That's the problem. Maybe with Stafford though. But yeah, like a top 10 lessons learned video from like the season would take me so much time and effort, and the algorithm wouldn't reward it. So that is kind of discouraging right now. I'm definitely going to get back into the mix. I just think that we'll see how things go. We'll see. People wonder why I'm overweight on Dallas when Dak's falling like this. 100%. If I was a better man who had Cowboys stacks going on, I would love to get Dak there. Whoever is in this draft room, that like who took so this guy took CD and Amari Cooper, Tony Pollard, Cedric Wilson, and passed on Dak like a billion times here. Make it make sense, bro. Yeah, that's not bad. You said 5 lessons each. Bro, you're lucky you have a co-host, man. Like a video like that for like outlining will take me like 3-4 hours. Then I gotta record and do all that. The whole fucking process. I am slightly jealous of you guys that you can just kind of you guys can kind of like split up work sometimes and stuff. Bro, I'm absolutely loving this team. If we get Derek Carr here, we go Carr, links him up to Renfro. What are we doing here? Look at this. This is actually a really weird looking team, but it's fun. So we'll go Carr. That's a fun team right there. I don't have super high hopes, but Jimmy G, Derek Carr, Fournette, CEH, Mitchell. It's fun. It's fun. We're hoping that Carr makes it through a couple rounds. We're hoping the 49ers make a playoff or make a Super Bowl run. I like it. This is a fun team right here. Said, here's a question for you. Say somehow somebody got 5 guys. Somehow somebody got in the same draft, or whatever. Yeah, there's something in underdogs like codes of conduct or whatever where you can't do that, and they'll pretty much hound you out if they do. Like they'll look at the draft and be like, all right, like if you make it to the end and you win $1 million or whatever, or like $200,000, they're gonna look at the draft board and verify that nothing weird was going on. I believe that there's like a like rules. Hold on, let's see. Rules, Battle Royale, Pick'em, Best Ball. Experience, ties, multiple entries, scoring, lineup restrictions. Yeah, see, each user on Underdog is permitted to maintaining one account. Multi-counter colluding with any other entrant is expressly prohibited. If you have opened, maintained, used, colluded with, or controlled more than one account. Yeah, but I don't know. Alright, fellas. I'm gonna put myself in full screen. Again, if you haven't already, Underdog is the place to be. I'm telling you guys, when you watch these games, I'm a Jets fan. I don't have any stake in these games, these playoff games. So it's gonna be fun to kind of sweat out some of these best ball entries. So that's kind of the whole point, is that now, you no longer have your fantasy team. You have nothing really to root for these games. So it'd be fun to have, some best ball entries on these players. Again, Underdog, really, really good website, really, really good people. Best ball platform out there. If you want to hop on there, if you're new, go down there. I have the link. It's pinned in the comment. It's pinned in the chat. I'll put it in the comments down below. It's in the description. There's gonna be a link there. You hop in there, use code RON, and they will double your initial deposit up to $100. If you put in $10, they'll match you $10. You'll have $20 in your account. If you put in $50, they'll put $50 more into your account. You'll bet $100. All that good stuff. As always, I love you guys. Have a good night, and I'll see you in the next one.